Hey guys, and welcome to another Polymer clay tutorial. Today we are going to create Link from the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Why on earth did I create Link without any equipment, without any big weapons? And I know that there are some pretty cool weapons in the game Breath of the Wild. Well, let me explain. For me, there was this magical moment when you're coming out of the cave, no spoilers ahead, and you first see the huge landscape, you see the unique artwork and the design of the game, and well, this was just wow for me. So I decided to create the Link from the very first beginning of the game without any equipment or any armor or any weapons, just the branch he found on the ground to fight the enemies he will probably meet within the next minutes and hours. Well, but at this moment you don't know what to expect. So this is the reason why I wanted to create Link, how he came alive right at the beginning of the game. And well, I think this was just not only for me a very magical moment. If you have played the game, you know what I mean. Okay, but now let's focus on the creation. You have seen that I started with another skeleton, an armature made out of aluminum wire, and now we coated it with the skin color I mixed earlier. I think this is pretty difficult to find the right color, as all the colors in the game are somehow ochre or a mixture with ochre. But well, I think this color fits perfectly the style of the game. Now we are creating the eyes. You don't have to be worried that the mouth will be like that. I will change it in a minute. But for the eyes, just take white clay, and the blue could have been a bit stronger, I think. And for the iris, of course, black. Well, and now another shiny detail in the eyes, and Link becomes alive. Now the eyelids, I think Link originally has a black outline under the eyelids, but I decided to not create them, but to, well, to create the eyebrows with brown clay. And these are the characteristic ears, I'm sorry, ears from Link. Yeah, well, it's a bit late. Here in Germany it's midnight right now. Because, well, I was working a lot lately this week, and I started this tutorial. I started creating Link this morning. Okay, I guess this first step is done. Let's put him into the oven. Freshly baked, well, naked Link. And now this ochre, I told you, and some green, bright green, and we will start mixing his clothes. And this color, I think I made it pretty okay. It's matching the color in the game. And now we will start creating the arms. And after that, adding some more details to the clothes, as I really liked the clothes right from the beginning of the game. I know there are pretty cool stuff later in the game, but as I told you right at the beginning, the atmosphere and this clothes was just great. Yeah, some of you asked me if I'm doing this YouTube full-time. Well, it is getting more and more full-time for me. I am working in the field of web design, social media, and this YouTube thing is still some kind of a hobby for me, although I am working, I think, 1 or even 2 days a week, so it's part-time, I would say. But I am planning to increase that a lot in the future, starting in May. I'm super excited about that. I haven't told anybody yet, so I will tell you first. I will have my own studio starting in May, and I will use that for creating stop motion animation and also these tutorials, of course. Currently I am shooting my tutorials at home, and the stop motion project I'm currently working on, which will be about Clash Royale, I am shooting this in the basement of my parents' house. And well, this isn't just perfect. It's not easy to have all your equipment on 2 places at the same time. It's a lot of struggling. So I'm so looking forward to May, and of course I will keep you updated on, well, the start of building a stop motion studio, and if I succeed or if I fail with that, you will see. But for now, let's go back to the creation, to Link. We are now coating the legs, and this is the same technique I also used for the arms of Link. This is just a great way to not create the whole, let's say, the whole trousers out of brown clay, but only the parts where the skin is right next to the trousers. I hope you understand what I mean. Okay, now we will also mix the color for the shoes of Link, and these are pretty easy to create. I think I even have the same shoes from the beginning, although I'm playing Link Zelda Breath of the Wild for 2 weeks now. I think I haven't found better shoes for now, but probably they are better shoes in the game, for sneaking, for example. Yeah, well, adding these details and we are done with the shoes, I decided to also create soles for Link's shoes. So just place the whole creation onto a very thin layer of this ochre brown clay. And now, well, for the belts, hello everyone, we need to create 3 belts. The first is right on the chest and the other 2 are around his hips. And they are used to attach one tiny pocket on the back side of Link, and of course to attach his Sheikah stone. These are the belt buckles, and I don't know why, but one is silver, the other one is gold. I thought this looked great, and I also created it this way. I found some reference images. Well, I found a lot, and with a switch it's pretty easy to make screenshots. Yeah. Yeah, this color was just too bright, so I mixed in some brown and I think it looks perfect. The color for the hair, and I started assembling his hair, and I drew a lot of tiny lines into these pieces of clay. And well, this is for his tail. Also very easy to create, although it looks pretty complicated, I know. Yeah, some more details. The last piece for the hair. And well, now we can start working on on his weapon, the branch. I think it's exactly the same branch you can find in the game, as I found a great image. And after adding these details, we will also work on all the leaves, just adding another tiny branch, but I didn't use that in the end. And for the leaves, I really counted them, they are 13. So, adding some more details to the leaves, and we will glue them onto the branch later on with super glue. But now, I think this is the most important thing in this tutorial. The tiny chica stone. I did my best to add a lot of details, well, but at this size it was pretty difficult, but I think it turned out great. Okay, great. No, it's great. And we will glue this onto the belt after oven hardening as well. Okay, this is the last step for this creation. It's the tiny pocket on the back side of Link. And this is where he is putting all the 20,000 rusted swords. Freshly baked Link and freshly baked branch and freshly baked chica stone. Now, this was the funny part. I was really looking forward to that, although I knew it would be a bit tricky. But we are gluing all the tiny leaves right onto the branch. 13 leaves, remember that. Okay, this is the last one. And unfortunately, I had to cut this piece in half in order to glue it into his hands. But let's first glue the chica stone right onto his belt. And now, chopping the branch into 2 pieces, gluing it into the hand in his right hand. And I guess finally, that's it! Link from Breath of the Wild. I'm super happy with the end result. Please let me know what you think, write it down in the comments. Also, if you have some further ideas for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Please check also out these other videos about Nintendo themed characters. That's it for today. Have a great weekend and see you next week. Take care. Bye. Hiya! Oh, look at that. Wait. Same hair like Link. What about that? Oh. Bye. I mean, bye. This is more manly.